All right, everybody. I'm starting off with probably a controversial take, but I'm putting Prophet high A. Yep, you can unsubscribe from me now if you want to. But I don't think Prophet is quite an S tier. The reason is because I just thought his level of play compared to previous years wasn't quite where it was this year. I didn't think his Tracer was as dominant. I thought he had some pretty noticeable echo problems. His Hanzo is very good. Like, I thought in the playoffs he was S tier, but there are a lot of times throughout the regular season where he just didn't compare to a couple of other guys who I think are better, personally. I'm Malding. Yep. Unsubscribed. Prophet was definitely S tier in the playoffs, though. He can't literally play everything. I think that's a common misconception. You can't tell me he can play everything when his Echo really wasn't that good. And, like, there's other characters, too. Like, I don't think his Mei is all that special. Never have liked it when he flexed onto Reaper. I just don't think he's as flexible as people say. Like, he's still one of the best flex DPS in the world, don't get me wrong, but I just don't think he makes S tier if you go off, like, the whole season. Just my opinion. Pepe laugh, Pepe laugh. Apologies if you hear my dog barking. Oh yeah, Sombra too, I wasn't even thinking. His Sombra isn't that good either. Rascal. Now this is an S tier. I thought that whenever Rascal played, he was like a really big difference maker for the Shock. The problem was just like double hit scan and like Ash Tracer was so relevant. And Rascal can't really compete with that. Because, like, he's more known for the projectile stuff. And he, yeah, definitely one of the best decos when he played that. I know we get onto him for, like, at first, like, not being there to play Genji. That's why they got Tayo and everything. But when he did play Genji, like, later on, he still looked really good on it. I can't complain with, like, anything Rascal played. Literally from top to bottom. It doesn't matter if he isn't signed this year because this is Season 3 we're talking about. It has nothing to do with the present. Still waiting for him to get signed, Sag. Overrated. Prophet was better. No, do you remember Season 1? Prophet bench Rascal. Yeah, Season 1. But, in all seriousness, Rascal was really solid on everything. I can feel the mold. It's flowing through my veins. Who is this? This is either, is this Although or is this, who am I thinking of? Help me out, chat. Is this Although or is this someone else? Well done, AT. Shui! Shui! Yes, thank you. Thank you, chat. Thank you. Shui. Although's down here. Shui. Is that a not enough playtime? No, but he played like during the Genji meta a lot. And he played some Echo as well. I think I can like properly rank Shui. I'll give him a C. Nothing special, but not the worst either. I thought he had some moments here and there. Also some kind of ugly moments in return. He is a pretty good Pharah. KSF. KSF was like okay. Really good at Mei. Genji not quite as good. He played like Torb and stuff. KSF was kind of all over the place. I'll give him like a low B. Maybe he'll go to C after, but I think low B is like... Low B, high C is a pretty fair place for KSF. Pretty decent performer when he was in play. Like, he wasn't reliable in a ton of different metas, but the Valiant found use for him. I thought he's pretty alright. Low B. Do you think Junkrat is broken? Like, what do you mean, like, too good? Like Junkrat being too good? I don't know what you mean. Architect. Architect. That's an A tier. Architect is Pog. Architect is a god. Maybe not like what he used to be before, but the Spark were kind of all over the place, so I can't blame him all that much. Still has a pretty good Genji. His Echo wasn't that bad. He flexed onto some things for the shock when he still was on there every once in a while. I think he does enough to make A tier, though. Enough said. Architect's just solid. Architect is also a hit scan, but he's a flex. Like, he plays hit scan, but also projectile, so he's a flex. Ah, yes, Ana. The best DPS player, or the best DPS character to play. Hoxel. Hoxel probably makes, like, B. Definitely above KSF, that's for sure. Maybe A. Maybe not, though. His Mei's alright. His Genji was pretty good. I feel like his style didn't mesh that well with NYXL, though. I didn't like his Sombra that much either. I keep bringing up Sombra. Why is that always the thing that comes to mind for me? I think top of B or low A is pretty reasonable. Hoxel Mei was crazy. I don't think it was that good, to be honest. Like, it's not bad. Don't get me wrong. NYXL performed better than Architect when they joined Hongzhou and NYXL. I think Hoxel's like low A or high B, though. He had the best Brig in the league. His Genji still was really good. Maybe I'll put him low A, sure. Screw it, I'll put him above Architect. Or maybe I'll put him below Architect. Like, sure, he outperformed him in the Genji meta. Like, Architect was, like, a good Hanzo, though. Architect is better overall. Hoxel low A for now. He might move down, though. Erster just... It was sad what happened with him in the rain this year. That's just how it goes, though. Hi, Skies. You're taking me on an emotional roller coaster, man. It's what I do for a living. It's what I do for a living. Erster is probably like... Erster S for blocking, Gator Shatter. Low B, high C. Still low B. Probably low B. Above KSF, though? Maybe? He looked alright on Junk. I liked his Mei at the beginning of the year. Probably above KSF, right? Silly Hero Specialist. Maybe even C, though. Oh my god, Erster's tough. Erster's really tough to judge. I don't know what I think. I really don't know what I think. He's someone I have to come back to. Just forget about him. Forget about him right now. I'm just gonna keep him here. I don't know what to do with him. Doha. Doha is like arguably A. I would say probably. Maybe high B. I thought Doha did a relatively good job on Dallas. I'll put Doha A. I might move him like afterwards, but everything that he touched was like never bad. His Mei was alright. He had a pretty mean Pharah. His Echo was like okay. His Sombra was one of the best in the league. He might even be above Hoxel. Because he like played Doom and stuff and looked pretty good on that. Like, Hoxel definitely had the better Genji, but Doha was, like, more versatile. Doha Ash. Yeah, that was a big Pepe laugh. Hoxel better Genji, Mei. Above Hacksaw. Do A. I'll put Doha there. Or maybe, put him there. Sure. Why not? Is this Mirror? Mirror. I think he's a solid B. I'll give Mirror a B. He was kind of everywhere. Like, he's the definition of a flex. If we're talking about a flex player, this is your man right here. Played Zarya. He played, like, support and stuff. He looked pretty good on the silly character when he played that those few times. I know Birdring played it a lot as well. I thought Mirror was pretty good. Homie played Brig and Zen. Mirror is such a cool lad, no doubt. Oh yeah, his Doom was also very nuts. Facts. That is a fact. Mirror budget rascal. I have no problem with Mirror's play, but I don't have much to say. He just did a little bit of everything, and that's what I like. I like balance a lot. So, I rate Mirror rather highly. Oh boy. Here it comes. Pepe hands. Oh boy. It's Brady time. I'm wearing my Brady jersey and everything. And yeah, he's probably D tier, to be honest. Or maybe low C. Like, did he do enough in the Genji meta to be low C? Because I thought his Genji was rather good. But the problem is everything else he played was just so bad. Like, I love Agilities to death. He's my favorite player of all time. But even I can't just, like, rate him higher than he should be. Like, in my heart, he's awesome, but I guess he did enough on the Genji, but his Echo's really bad. His Mei was also so bad. This is true. A for Agilities. Brady, great value Sparkle. You can move him to S tier when we're not looking. Don't worry. Like, Brady literally had to get replaced by somebody because he couldn't play Mei and Echo. I feel like that kind of speaks volumes a little bit. But I think Genji, I guess, is like redeeming enough to put him like at the bottom of the barrel. If you're going to put Brady in D, then you have to do the same for Sparkle. Pepe laugh. Benched by Zik. Yeah, I think that says enough. Oh, I hate doing that. It hurts my soul, but it's the truth. I'm not going to sit here and deny that. Apply's going to go under not enough playtime. I'm just going to get that out of the way. He played Echo like 2 times. So, definitely a not enough playtime type of guy. Apply Brig, Pog. Oh yeah, he also played Brig. That's right. I forgot about that. He played Echo and Brig. It's so funny. Speaking of people who played different things, Hydration, who you could put literally in the main tank tier list as well, which is really funny, to be honest. But he also did play some flex DPS, like beginning of the season and at the end of the year during the playoffs. He mostly just played like Mei and Pharah, though, no. That's all I can literally remember him playing this year. Not enough playtime. I think he might have played enough, to be honest. He played a couple of those early weeks for the Outlaws on Mei. He played Pharah. T for tank. Not enough playtime. All right, I'll leave it up to you guys then, chat. What do you think? Did he not play enough? I thought he played enough. But I don't know. Didn't know this man was a main tank. I didn't know this was a main tank tier list, Pepe laugh. Think he's a good C. Not enough. Not enough. Seeing a lot of not enoughs. But also some, like, he played enough. He did. Alright. We'll rate him then, chat. We will rate hydration. Comparing him to, like, the C tiers, was he better than agilities? Maybe, like, a little better. To, like, agilities level. Wasn't anything special, that's for sure. Oh, yeah, I forgot agilities played Hog that one time as well. If you rank hydration, then you have to rank Super's Genji. Hydration low S, high A, of course. Where else would we rank him? Lost to Boston. Yeah, exactly. Lost to Boston. Pepe laugh. I might end up having to move these guys down to D tier, though, because I don't know how many people would even make D tier. I might have to move these guys down. Yikes. We'll get to it, though. Next, we got Ivy, and that's like a easy S tier. Maybe a little bit better than Rascal, maybe a little worse. Pretty comparable. Like, their Mays are both really, really good. I liked Ivy's Genji a lot. Ivy greater than Rascal. I think he might have been a little bit better than Rascal as well this year. Like, slightly better. They're very comparable, no doubt. But Ivy had a really strong impact on Philly this year. Not just like a bounce back year for him individually, but he filled out so many different needs for the Fusion throughout the entire season. Very big and just instrumental part of their success. Again, though, they're really comparable. And the reason I had them over Prophet, by the way, like Prophet's below them, is just, again, the consistency. They played better overall this year. Blase. He mostly just played, like, Doom and Genji. He's pretty alright at both of them, I would say. I think some people don't give Blase enough credit. The McCree, though, that was a Pepe laugh. We don't talk about that. We don't talk about the Blase McCree. We don't. But his Doom was pretty good. His Genji was pretty alright. I remember that one time he played Soldier was pretty solid when they like just rolled Paris and they had no idea what they were doing. I feel comfortable giving Blase either like a low B or probably a high C. Maybe as good as KSF. Perhaps. We'll talk about it later. Zik. Zik played Echo, and then he played like Pharah and stuff, and May. Definitely better than when Agilities was in for that stuff, so I have to put him above Agilities. Maybe like there. I don't think you can say Zik was worse than Agilities, in my opinion. S tier. Zik S. Isn't Striker a flex? I mean, I would consider him more of like a hit scan player personally. I think it's more just like personal preference. So yeah. Funny how ADP is trying to get affiliate when he still has 150 viewers. Yeah, I know. That's just how it is when you're lazy and you don't want to do enough streams in a month. Feels bad, man. Adora's over here. Why'd I say Otto? Huh. Well, he's not enough playtime regardless. I'm mixing up faces. See, I'm not good at this stuff, chat. I just watch the games. I don't look at people's faces. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's a huge Pepe laugh. Poor Bozzy didn't even make the list. Unfortunate. Well, I'm thinking about Adora, though. Let's get him out of the way, because this is Adora, right? Right? This is definitely Adora. Right? Oh, jeez, man. This is silly. Okay. Adora. My mind is all over the place. Let me put him up here. Okay, so as I was saying before, I kind of botted out and my brain just completely turned off. But hey, what else is new? That happens all the time. I was saying that I think he's a pretty good Echo. And when he filled out some other needs, I wasn't as impressed. Like Tracer, for example. That was a big yikes when he played that. Adora has a really good Reaper Echo. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to move things around after and move people in D tier for sure. I'd say Adora's like good enough to be like here, I guess, though. Why not? Pretty meh, but not the worst thing I've ever seen this year, that's for certain. Adora top D. Alright. Next we get onto a real flex DPS. Yaki. Yaki, my boy. An MVP candidate, which I don't entirely agree with, but nonetheless, good for him for getting that level of recognition. I think that's something you have to take into account. The problem, I think, is some people overrate Yaki just because he's like really good at Tracer. And I don't think he's that good on a lot of other things. I don't think it really compares. Like, good Doom, not a bad Genji. His Tracer's really good. I think he makes A tier, though, because I don't think he's as flexible as some of these other people on the list, to be completely honest. I think his flexibility gets overrated a ton. I think it's fair to put Yaki, like, here, though. Yaki was good. Not that flexible, but... Oh, yeah, his Mei got better, also. Speaking of PTSD from his Mei. His Mei, I thought, got better as the season went onward. And I'm sure some of you in chat will agree with me. He kind of improved. If he is not S, I will cry and tell my mom. Looks like you have to cry and tell your mom then. His Mei was good in double shield, not rush. Exactly. Oh, C-Hex. Growlu. Sorry, dude. In my opinion, C-Hex was one of the worst flex DPS in the game this year. Although, if I'm going to put him in D tier, I might have to move agilities down to D tier as well. I thought that C-Hex was just awful on Mei. Like, one of the worst things I've ever seen. And he played so much of that. And he was so bad at it. His Pharah was, like, not too shabby. His Echo was, like, okay. I remember his Torp was, like, alright, but... Yeah, his Tracer wasn't that bad. His Genji he was very uncomfortable on. I agree with that. His Genji he struggled big time with. But I feel like it might be... It's probably not fair to have agilities, like, way above him. If I'm going to have C-Hex D tier, I should probably have agilities D tier. Just to be honest with you. CX has good right clicks as Mei. EQO. I was very satisfied with how he played when he did play. But he was like a Genji Echo specialist, essentially. And he played like Mei that one time and whatnot. But for what he showed us when he did play, I think A tier or like high B is very reasonable. I'm probably going to put him A tier because I felt that his impact when he was in the game was rather high, you know? He had that carry, all those carry plays as Genji in the Summer Showdown and stuff. And I thought he made a lot of noise on the Echo as well. Maybe A is a little too nice. But like all I'm saying is when he did play, he usually was... He was doing some work. Again, maybe high or maybe low A is like... Maybe low A is too nice. I can move him after, perhaps. But I liked the way he played when he got his name called. I might move him downwards, though. We'll see. Saucy. Saucy's probably a D. I did not like Saucy much at all. Yeah, Saucy deserves D. Where in D? I mean, I felt like he had no impact at all. Am I being biased if I say that he's better than Agilities? Or not, I mean worse than Agilities? Hi, Fran. Thought it was LH Cloudy. Oh, it's funny because they actually do look kind of similar. Worse than C-Hex? Was Saucy the worst flex DPS in the league? That's actually genuinely, he might actually be the worst. I think you might be right, chat. Better than Agilities? Ooh, what do I think of Saucy? The problem is I didn't think of Saucy. I didn't think of Saucy because he was like irrelevant whenever he played. No flex DPS was worse than Color Hex. Saucy Tire Keck W. That's tough. Lost to Vancouver. Low key, he's like in contention for worst flex DPS. Because I feel like Color Hex at least like did something once in a while. Granted, it was once in a great while. But what did Saucy ever do? He existed, I guess. I never thought I'd have to spend so much time on Saucy. That's hilarious. Saucy did the Sim Silly with the Bastion strat. Alright. I'll keep him there for the time being. Tuba! Oh boy, of course my dog wants to bark now. Cool. Tuba though. Tuba highest C? Woof! Tuba B, Tuba A. B for Tuba. Pepe Lav. Tuba F tier. Here's the thing with Tuba, right? First half of the year when he played, meh. But once Genji came along and onward, I felt like he was genuinely a really good player. Like, anytime he played Genji, like, kept just as relevant. And then during that playoff run, he made some noise. Like, I know he's paid a lot of attention to like Stitch and Decay and Janu and whatnot, but Tuba did his thing really well. I was very satisfied. I'm happy with how Tuba played. Even though I thought his Tracer maybe could have been a little bit better, I think Tuba deserves an A. To be honest. Just because he picked it up so much after like those initial few weeks of like being very mediocre. Like if Tuba maybe had like a few more bad weeks, I'd like put him like high B, but I thought he did just enough to make A. Move Tuba below EQO. I can understand if you want to put him B, though. I totally get that. Just some personal preference. Ooh, Eileen. Eileen is a toughie. Probably high A. Like, he was an MVP candidate. S tier is also something you can argue for. Because once Nero moved away and he stepped in, you could really tell the difference in, like, He kind of just got better and better and better until the Charge decided, hey, let's bench him in the playoffs. Let's throw, smiley face. He was insane when he played Sombra, like those couple of times. His Genji was insane. His Echo wasn't too shabby. I remember he like flexed onto Tracer. Like whatever the Charge needed, he just like played pretty well. I don't know if he's like the same like caliber as like Ivy or Rascal, but it's pretty damn close. I'm going to put him like right below Prophet. I thought Eileen was a damn good player this year. Hey, hello, Giggles. Ban the Prophet fans. ATP, please. Ban the Prophet fans. Ah, yes. Stratus! Oh, I miss the meme lord. I miss this guy. Is it me or does he have a big forehead? Regardless, he's probably in the D range. Like somewhere here. Ish. Maybe like there. Why not? The meme lord Stratus. S for Stratus. You hated Stratus? Wow, it's not something I hear too much. A lot of people thought he's a very wholesome dude, like, despite what his personality might have been on stage. Very wholesome guy. Yeah, Bozzy wasn't on here. I'm sorry about that. Apologies. But to be fair, he didn't play that much after, like, the first few weeks. Some people hate fun people. I mean, that is how it is. Because can't have everybody like you in life. I know there's plenty of people out there who don't like me. And I'm sure more and more people are going to dislike me as the days go on, but nothing I can do about it. Oh yeah, also that is true. Bozzy was hit scan. That's another thing to bring up. He played May and stuff, but yeah. Bozzy's hits game with like a Doom and a May. It's whatever. It's not like that many people care. So although, I believe this is although. Although might be like a B. I liked his Genji a ton when he played it. I thought it was better than when Shui played it, for sure. May was pretty good. I thought he kind of showed us a little bit of everything, like a B- type of player. Some real promise. I'm hoping that someone eventually picks him up in the league again. Hopefully his grind of contenders continues to pay off. Although high B. Perhaps. You can make an argument. No, that is relevant though, because I meant to bring that up because I've been watching through the Asian Gauntlet games. I thought Although looked pretty good. Fleta, I mean, clearly the worst player on here, am I right? Worse than Color Hikes, worse than everybody. He's just the worst. Fleta sucks. He's so bad. Nah, I'm just kidding. Fleta was the best flex DPS in the league this year. He won MVP. I can't go against him. He was good on everything. Fleta bad. Fleta bad. The only time he really didn't impress that much, I feel like, is when the Dragons started to, like, waver a little bit in the Final Four. And then he kind of just, like, got benched. But that's a couple games out of an entire season, you know? Fleta won player of the match, like, so many different times. He was always carrying the Dragons. He was such a consistent centerpiece, along with, like, Void and stuff. You gotta love Fleta. Gotta love him. Bad Genji? Okay. I think his Genji's a little overrated, but I don't think it's bad. I think saying his Genji's bad is a bit of a stretch, personally. Didn't impress on Torb, he's bad. I didn't think his Torb was that bad, but again, it's just Torbjorn. Like, the main things he played, like, when he played May, that was really good. His May improved a lot compared to Season 2. His Echo was fire, one of the best in the league. Arguably the best. I mean, I thought Rascal's was a little better, but that's just me. His Tracer also does not get enough love. No worries about it, Super. Glad you could make the stream, though. But seriously, people don't give his Tracer enough credit. And I think the problem, and I'm sure a lot of people within my community like that talk to me a lot would agree with me here when I say that like his style, Fleta's style is like different from a lot of like your traditional like carry tracers that we're used to. Like he's more team oriented, I guess you could say. Maybe like a bit more on the passive side, but it's not like this man couldn't make plays. He put in a lot of work, and I feel like people just don't give him the recognition for that. No, not the super. Oh, imagine. That would have been funny. As if Super knows who I am. Pepe laugh. He goes in for the cleanup kills compared to someone who striker who hunts. Yeah. Is this Jaru? Oh my god, Jaru. Jaru wasn't bad at all when he played. I remember like it was like Hanzo and Ashe that he played, right? I can't really think of anything else he did. It was like mostly Hanzo, Ashe. Maybe some Mei as well. Not too bad. Jar wasn't that bad. Was he playing enough, though? I thought he played just enough. Jaru more like Jar who? Worst Mei I've ever seen? Sheesh. I'll give Jaru like this. I thought he looked pretty good outside of Mei, though. Worse than agilities? Dang. Yo, what up, Tony? Oh, oh, this is so funny to look at to me still, even though I've already like gone over this tier list a little bit already. Kevster doesn't have a picture yet. Like he never got an official picture throughout his entire time. Throughout his entire time playing in the league this year, we never got an official picture of Kevster. How funny is that? So we just have this blank image of him. Still to this day, I don't know what he looks like. Fun fact. But Kevster was a monster. Like, at first people were, like, hating on him, but I think people quickly realized this guy's the real deal. Like, he's no joke. And he's going to be sick again next year. Above Prophet? Damn, that's a... I personally don't agree, but... I'm willing to give Kevster, like, this right here. I think he could maybe try and prove himself a little bit more, but... I think, like, high to mid-A is really fair for Kevster. S-tier? I don't know if he's... I wouldn't say he's S-tier, but he could be next year. We'll have to stay tuned and see. He dominated everyone in the Valiant Ball. Ah, yes, the thing that happened after Season 3. This is literally just Season 3 we're talking about. Keep that in mind. Jinmu. Kind of a down year compared to Season 2. I was a little disappointed. He kind of felt like a Genji Pharah 2-trick, kind of, in my opinion. His Sombra wasn't that good. I thought Leave was better at it. High B? Woof. I think that's a hot take, personally. I think Jinmu belongs C tier at best. Low A? Wow, we have some Jinmu raiders in the chat. I'm actually surprised. I thought Jinmu was very mediocre. High B Hunters carry? I don't even think he carried the Hunters. Jinmu above Erster. His Genji was great. Maybe because the Genji will give him low B. I'm not going any higher than low B with Jinmu. I can't. I just can't. Besides his Genji, what was he good at? You know? I can't think of anything else he genuinely impressed on this year. His Hanzo was good in the past, but he didn't really play much of that. And like Pharah, yeah, he could play Pharah, but Pharah wasn't that relevant because Echo's a thing. I might even put him... I might even just put him C, to be honest. I'll leave him there for now. Illicit, not enough playtime. Nero. Nero's a solid B in my honest opinion. Bumper Hanzo S. Gotta go now. Good luck with the stream. I appreciate you coming out to the stream, Tokoyami. I hope you have a good rest of your day or night. Nero high S. Yeah, no, I'm going to put Jinmu here, I think. But Nero, I think, belongs B. Like, I thought the beginning of the year, before he had to go back to the United States because of visa stuff, he was A then. But I think his stocks have kind of risen, or not risen, they've gone down to a B. Nero high B, in my opinion. Because I thought besides, not looking good at the end of the year, I thought he was pretty good on everything, he was asked to do this year. Whether it be, Pharah, Echo, even his Tracer wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen. I was pretty satisfied with how Nero played before the end of the year when he came back. I do think Tuba's better than Nero, yes. Nero stocks are already up because he's on the shock, though. We'll have to see. Hopefully. Oh my god. Trap, did you really put Chipsa on here? That's amazing. That's fantastic. You love to see it. For the memes, he's the best player in the Overwatch League, of course. Chipsa the GOAT. The greatest player ever. He's not just a Doomfist player. He's the god amongst men. S for Chipsa. 100% win rate. You can't argue with that logic, now can you? Realistically, he's obviously not enough playtime, but I kind of just want to leave him there for the memes. Chipsa #1 bench warmer. Undefeated. Who are you? Ooh, who are you was not very good this year. His Mei is something we don't talk about. I'll just say that right now. His Mei is something we don't talk about. His Echo was also really, really weird. Maybe, I think it's a lot of it has to do with some of his duplicate options that he went for. Some of his decision making on that character. Genji was the only thing I really appreciated him on, and he wasn't even that good on that this year, to be honest. So I think C is where he belongs, maybe here-ish. Not anything special. And he kind of just once the NYXL realized they should probably stop starting him, he just never played again mostly, I feel like. Is this Ding? Ding probably not enough playtime. I remember him playing Pharah one time, so definitely not enough playtime. When Who Are You is over agilities. Yep, it's a sad life. Yeah, I don't want to rate Ding, though. He played Echo and Pharah. He played 2 games, right? Maybe 3. He did not play much, though. I don't really want to rate him. Sinatra. I'm trying to think. He played Tracer at during week 1. And then he played Zarya. I guess we probably don't rate Sinatra then, do we? Probably not. Did not play too much, and then he kind of just went to Valorant, and that was it. So I'm not going to rate Sinatra. V for Valorant. The Alien. Dante. That's an A tier for sure. I appreciate Dante's efforts on the Outlaws, and I'm a little disappointed he's still on that team. I kind of wish he moved elsewhere. But kind of like with Season 2, he was the undisputed carry of the Outlaws. His Tracer was really, really good. His Echo and Genji were very promising. Dante was just awesome. Maybe there, slightly above Doha, because I thought he carried more than Doha. I like Dante, though. Good Sombra as well. Yes, can't forget about that. Maybe even above Architect. To be honest. I might have to put him above Architect. Just because I thought he got more value. Like, not even just like flexibility or anything. I just felt he did more for his team. Kevster had the better Tracer, Genji, Sombra than Dante. Yeah, Dante versus Kevster is a close one. I think you can make a really solid case for either. I just thought that Kevster was so awesome, though. I don't want to... I might be a little biased there, but it's very close. I don't know if Kevster's a lot better, but it's very close. Sparkle. Sparkle's an A tier. But it's mostly just because of Genji, I feel like. And Doom. Somewhere in the A range, though. Maybe like there. I think that's pretty fair for Sparkle. Because his Genji was, like, out of this world impactful. He won a tournament for them, essentially. Basically, the reason Paris went on that, I think it was like a 10-game winning streak or something, was a lot of it had to do with him. Maybe I should put him above Yaki, actually. Yeah, I like that a little bit more. Dalton. The lad. Well, not like British, but like he's a lad because he's cool. Dalton. I feel bad for him because he was kind of forced into this role. It's not really what he's known for. He likes to play hit scan, but Shockwave is just on another level. It's not really his fault. So he kind of got forced onto a lot of Genji, and to be honest, he wasn't very good at it. Like, when he played Tracer and stuff, I thought he was good. And, like, Sombra. But, oh, man, his Genji was bad. It was so, so, so bad. Dalton is technically a hit scan, but he played Flex this year. Dalton is probably a D. Probably, like, here. Or maybe C minus? No, but his Genji was really bad. His Sombra and Tracer were good, though. That's a toughie. You got a gaming laptop for Christmas? Sweet. No, he should be D, probably. Like here, maybe? Sure. Why not? I don't really care too much about the D tiers. Libero! Better than Saucy, though. Yeah. Libero, my boy. I gotta clean up this A tier. Holy moly. I think Libero's an A tier. I freaking love Libero. Man kind of popped off whenever he got to play. It's just NYXL hate him. Pepe hands. Libero was very, very underutilized. Yeah. One of the better Mays, I thought. He even was forced onto like hit scan and stuff, and he wasn't even that bad on that. His Echo was really nutty. Libero greater than Prophet. Dang. I'm willing to put Libero like here, though. Or maybe not. I'll keep him there. Libero easily S tier. I gotta move this A tier around, though. Nico. First, let's get to Nico. The GOAT. The greatest player of all time, of course. Let me actually just put Chips on enough playtime now, though. Nico, I mean, for memes, he's obviously an S tier, but like, probably like a C. Because he wasn't anything special off of May. He's like at this level. He was impactful on when like he played on like control maps and stuff. So I give him credit there, but I can't give him anything higher than like a high C. Nico basically the LeBron James of Overwatch League. Okay, now I have to start moving some things because this A tier is just out of control. To start, I'm probably going to put, I'm sorry, Jack, I'm going to put EQOB. Maybe. No, I don't want to move Tuba, though. I'm happy with all these people being an A. Like, this is really difficult. But I feel like this is too many people for one tier. I guess Tuba's like the gatekeeper of A? I guess. As long as you keep Nero below EQ, I'm fine. Yeah, it's going to stay that way, I think. Maybe Nico... Shall I move Nico below Blase? Yeah. Move Profit up. Move Eileen, Libero, and Kevster up. I don't think I will. Smile. Genuinely move agilities up around. Who are you? I don't think agility deserves to be that high, though. Could it be that I'm underrating my favorite player? Is that possible? Is that humanly possible? Man. That's crazy to think about, that I'm even in this situation. Hello, ATP, I'm new. Hi. Put C-Hex S, easy clap. Jody's took Toronto into deep playoff runs. Alright, I'll do it. I'll move him up here. ATP questioning his bias for his favorite player. You mean my non-existent bias? Like, I didn't even think he was good this year. I think he was even worse than most people would say. ATP gets to be happy boy now. I guess. I'm happy he's on the team again, for sure. Yeah, you guys are, I guess, kind of right in the sense that, like, he was around for that tournament. It's like a Sparkle-esque type of thing. Not to the same extent, of course, but he helped Toronto get a few wins. Switch Rascal and what? Is that, you're trying to say Striker? You mean Ivy? I think I'm pretty happy with that, though. My S tier, I'm not moving anybody. I think those were the 3 best flex DPS. Yep, I like Prophet, Eileen, Sparkle, Yaki, Libero, Kevster, Dante. These guys I feel are a bit more interchangeable. But again, this is just like a rough estimate. I'm not putting too much thought into this. I can't be bothered. Can we get a poll on who you should move up to S tier? No, I'm not gonna... I don't want to get too influenced by the chat. I feel like I've already been influenced too much from this one stream. The problem with Libero is he just didn't play enough, I feel like. I'm going to leave it at that, though, I think.